Welcome to Impact. Headlines. US consumer inflation rises. China likely to post weakest growth in decades. Oil prices rise from Red Sea crisis. AI and blockchain news update. Consumer inflation in the United States rose more than anticipated in December to 3.4% from 3.1% a month earlier. This continues to remain higher than the 2% target set by the US Federal Reserve. Seema Shah, chief global strategist at Principal Asset Management, said that as long as inflation remains stubbornly elevated, the Fed will keep pushing back at its idea of imminent rate cuts. Impact on Sri Lanka. The United States is Sri Lanka's largest export market. From January to November, exports to the United States fell to $2.5 billion, down 18% from a year earlier. Constrained spending in the United States affect goods demanded from Sri Lanka. China's economy is poised to grow at its weakest annual rate in more than 3 decades. According to a group of 10 experts interviewed by AFP, China's gross domestic product has expanded 5.2% in 2023, the lowest rate since the 1990s outside the COVID pandemic in 2023. According to Jing Liu, chief economist for Greater China at HSBC, the main challenge for China's economic recovery still stems from the property sector. Impact on Sri Lanka. A weaker Chinese economy offers decreased investment opportunities in the form of FDI to Sri Lanka. China is important for Sri Lankan exports and tourism, contributing positively for overall economic growth. In 2023, close to 70,000 Chinese travellers visited Sri Lanka, although still lower than the 250,000 prior to the COVID pandemic. Last week, oil prices rose 2%, rising above $80 per barrel. This is due to an increasing number of oil tanker ships changing course away from the Red Sea as the conflict between the US and the UK against Houthi rebels in Yemen intensifies. According to SEB analyst Jan Shieldrop, fear in the market is that the region is on an unpredictable escalating path, where at some point down the road, supply of oil will indeed, in the end, be lost. Impact on Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka's high dependency on oil imports means changing prices significantly affects its balance of payments. While the country's foreign exchange reserves have improved in recent months, they remain dangerously low at just around 3 months of imports. The US Securities and Exchange Commission gave its approval for the functioning of 11 spot Bitcoin ETFs, approving all applications submitted. Rajiv Bamra, Senior Vice President of Digital Finance at Moody's, said that the approval has the potential to simplify and secure Bitcoin investments for a broader investor base. Impact on Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka still does not accept the trading or usage of cryptocurrency legally, resulting in an informal market for it. But the acceptance of the currency in the US will signal for wider acceptance of the technology and currency globally, including Sri Lanka. And that's the wrap for this week. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay updated on the latest developments in Sri Lanka.